Hello, and thank you for joining me today. I'm Angela Brown, and I'm here today with Terry Tucker. Now, Terry is a motivational coach. He's a published author of a book called Sustainable Excellence, and it's 10 Principles to Leading Your Uncommon and Extraordinary Life. He's lived the life right now as a world renowned speaker and sought after coach on helping other people understand those moments in our lives where we get tripped up and we feel paralyzed and we can't move, and he helps us shake ourselves off that scared moment of, oh no, I don't know what to do next, and into that realization that I have the power to do something. So please help me welcome Terry Tucker. Terry, how are you today?
I am great, Angela. Thanks for having me on.
We have people that show up and they want to be that person in someone else's life. They want to say, you matter to me, but we don't know how to receive. So when someone votes at the dinner table and they say, hey, all in favor of, do we get to save mom or grandma or our auntie or whoever it is that has the house full of stuff? They're voting because they care and because they love us. You did something really uncharacteristically difficult, and you said, "I don't want the chemotherapy. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference, but out of respect to my family, I will let you overrule my vote." You said, "I will let you overrule my vote, and I will take your suggestions." Many of us do not have the inner fortitude to say, "I will let my family overrule my decision to help me get help for myself, or help me unclutter my home, or help me give away some of the things that I've been holding on to for dear life." What advice would you give to somebody who doesn't think that letting their family help them is something that they deserve or are worthy of?
That's a great question. And I guess I would say we all need help from time to time. I don't care how important, how influential, how rich you are. We all need help from time to time. We all doubt ourselves. And if COVID taught us anything, it's how much we need each other. During COVID, we were all isolated. What happened? Domestic violence rates went up, drug abuse rates went up, alcoholism rates went up. We need each other to be successful. We're designed to be better as a group and not so much as an individual. Now, some of us I like being by myself, and I'm one of those people. But you realize nobody succeeds in a vacuum alone. I don't care what it is. Nobody succeeds alone. There's always a team, a posse, whatever you want to call it, that helps that individual succeed. And I guess I would say the most important thing for your success, however you define success in your life, is the five people that you hang around with the most. If you hang around with people that are caring, that are loving, that have good character, that are humble, you'll be caring, you'll be humble, you'll have good character. Whereas if you hang around people that are, it's all about drama and it's all negative and it's all about them, then that's the kind of person you'll turn into. Don't be afraid to offer thanks. I was like that. People would say, "Oh, you did a great job," and I would be like, "Oh no, I didn't." I would never say thank you. I was always trying to deflect that, and I just got to a point where I need help. I need help in my life right now more than ever, and I find myself all the time. Thank you, honey, for giving me a haircut. Thank you for cooking tonight. Thank you for doing the laundry. Thank you for doing all the things I can't do. Just accept the fact that people love you and they want to help you and just say thank you. It's that simple.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because there's this really fine moment. And I grew up being a people pleaser. I'm the fourth oldest of 19 kids. And so
Wow.
I was a problem solver for all the younger kids. And it wasn't bad drama. Somebody lost their shoes and somebody's popping popcorn and there's no lid on the popcorn popper and it's going all over the kitchen. Somebody just spilt a gallon of milk and there's a goat that just wandered in the house and all this weird drama and chaos. And as I moved away on my own, I found that my intrinsic worth was wrapped up in my ability to help others. And it became very difficult for me to accept help from other people. I didn't want help. I'm very independent. I got this. I'm the problem solver. Don't need anyone to help me solve the problems and what have you. And I think one of the most interesting moments that we find ourselves in as people pleasers is where somebody wants to help and because we know how it feels to help others, we want to be the one to give. But when we say no and we deflect and we don't let them give to us, we rob them of those feelings of also being able to help us or help other people. And when I realized there's this very fine line that if I feel good when I'm helping other people and I won't let other people help me, I'm taking that away from them. And I was like, well, wait a second. So they feel better because they're able to help me if I let them help me. And I actually need the help and I actually would appreciate some help. And I'm too proud and I'm too stubborn to ask for help. And I'm too proud and I'm too stubborn to accept it when it comes to me. So tell me, because you're a very independent person and you're very motivated and you're a go getter and a self starter. How do you bridge that gap from "I got this" to "Thank you, I really appreciate your help"?
I think I just got old and matured, to be honest with you. I really feel that was my case. You're looking at me now. There's no S on my chest. I do not have a cape and fly around with magical powers, but I felt like I did. I felt like I was 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And when you have that attitude, which is not a good attitude, you think that you're always the one that provides. Well, what happens when you need help? You deflect. You don't have the confidence. You don't have the maturity. And I think I just got older and matured and was comfortable enough to say, yeah, I do need help. And that was hard for me to do. I think that's one of the things that that I learned from having cancer. One of the things that made me a better human being because I had this horrible disease, it allowed me to have other people be able to help me and feel proud and confident that they did something for another human being. And it also matured me to the point where it's like, all I can say is thank you for the kindness that you have given me. And I remember back on Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, there's a great story in 2003 when Fred Rogers died. His family was going through his effects and they found his wallet. And inside his wallet was a scrap piece of paper on which Mr. Rogers had written four simple words: life is for service. And that's true of all of us. And I am reading actually Fred Rogers' biography right now. And one of the things in the very beginning, he said, the easiest way to be successful in life is to do three things: be kind, be kind, be kind. Be kind to other people and accept the kindness that they're willing to give you.
That is so profound. And I wanna add to that, be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
And we live in a world of technology. One of the things that I learned from the pandemic is that pretty much the whole entire world learned how to use Zoom.
Yeah.
We learned how to have conversations through the computer. And I know that as I moved away from home, all my siblings got married and they moved away from home and they started families of their own and what have you. And I said, what if we were to get together and have a Zoom call? And so we started a family reunion every Sunday night, having a Zoom call. And I was just curious, are any of these kids from my youth that grew up my immediate blood siblings, are they interested in being friends as adults? Because we've all kind of gone our separate ways now. And it's really interesting because here we are, 3.5 years after the pandemic. And every Sunday night, we still meet for a Zoom call. And it's amazing how many people show up every week. And it's a revolving cast of characters. But it's interesting because nobody wanted to let go. Nobody wanted to say, oh, the pandemic's over. Let us go back to our busy lives. But what happened is what you said earlier, we all need each other. We need people. And I want to encourage you, if you are watching this right now, if you will listen to what Terry is saying, because it's a very powerful and a very strong message that we don't need to be alone. I want to encourage you to make a Zoom call and reach out to a friend or a neighbor or a sibling or a parent or a child or a grandchild or somebody that maybe you haven't talked to in a long time. Just send them a link and say, I'm going to be on Sunday night at 4 o'clock or whatever the time is. Make an appointment and just show up. See if there are people in your life. You don't have to buy any gifts. You don't have to give them anything. You don't even have to clean up the house. You can blur the background if you're too embarrassed or too ashamed, but you do not have to be alone. We have the technology now, and I cannot tell you the overarching effect that it has had. And so, if you are alone or if you don't know how to ask for help, maybe the first step is just reaching out and connecting. So, Terry, if you will, give our listeners a place where they can go to find you.
I have a blog slash website. It's called motivationalcheck.com. And you can leave me a note there, a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Thank you, Terry, with this amazing message of hope and of wellness and of belief in ourselves and in the ability to leave a legacy and to help those that we also love. Thank you.
Thank you.